Hello, my friends, and welcome to Youth Potential, a channel dedicated to helping young people with mental health problems. I have two books available, 102 Distraction Techniques and Self-Harm to Self-Harmony. Both of these books are only available on Amazon. Thank you very much for watching this video. Hello, my friend, Scott here representing Youth Potential. We are now on part 3 of getting a job if you're someone with mental illness. So part 3 is all about the interview process, the scariest and most hardest part. So it seems. I just want you guys to remember that, it's not just about you being the right candidate for them, it's about them being the right company for you, okay? It's a two-way thing. And just a reminder, please, if you've got self-harm scars, please do just cover them up, okay? I know it's a sad world we live in where, we're not supposed to get discriminated for these kind of things, and businesses have a legal obligation to not discriminate people for self-harm scars. But unfortunately, it happens, okay? There's someone who left a comment on one of my videos recently saying they got turned down for a job because of their self-harm scars. It's absolutely fucking bullshit, and if you're an employer watching this, please don't do that. It's absolutely fucking soul-destroying and knocks out the confidence. So, let's just say you're waiting for the interview. You've arrived to that business. You've met a member of staff. You said that you're here to meet with this person for a job interview. They've told you to wait. You go and sit down, okay? Right, you're waiting, practicing your breathing techniques, looking through your notes, just reminding yourself, what this business is all about, your previous experiences, whatnot. And then you get called in, or the person that's interviewing you comes out and greets you. That is such an important moment. You absolutely need to put that smile on your face, to stand up when they come over to you, or as you go over to them, obviously. Shake them by the hand. Nice to meet you. I'm such and such, or I'm such and such. Very nice to meet you. Okay, that is a first impression you cannot afford to fuck up. You cannot make a first impression a second time, or a third time, or any other time. You get one chance at a first impression, okay, and it needs to be a fucking good one. Just give off that bloody good vibe, okay? I know you're suffering with depression or with anxiety or a personality disorder or some sort of other disorder, okay? You just got to push that to one side as best as you can. You need this job, you want this job, and you fucking deserve this job, okay? Don't let this mental illness just stop you. Just, this one moment that you need to just fucking push mental illness to one side. It's making a good damn first impression to that person that's interviewing you, okay? Smile on your face, good old handshake, nice to meet you. And that person is already in tune with you, okay? And they've got a good feeling about you just based upon that, okay? And that's gonna make the rest of the interview go a hell of a lot smoother. You're gonna feel a lot more comfortable, they're gonna feel at ease, and there's just gonna be this vibe where everyone's a bit more relaxed, and it'll just go smoother for you, okay? So you've made that brilliant first impression. You go through, you sit down. You're either going to be sitting at a table or a desk or something of that sort, or you're just going to be sitting in a chair facing each other. Whatever you do, sit upright, okay? Sit upright, back straight. That posture gives off confidence, professionalism, and positivity. There's nothing professional and positive about having your arms folded with that defensive kind of look, sitting there just kind of all slouched. There's just nothing good about that. You need to be just upright, ready to go, that kind of, smile on your face. Put your arms on the desk open or just kind of together like this, that's a comfortable, non-defensive position. Body language, we pick up so much of it. It's not just the words that you say or how you say it. The body language is an important thing too. Eye contact, absolutely important. I know eye contact can be a really difficult thing if you've got social anxiety, autism, that kind of thing. It is really difficult, and I struggle with it. But just as soon as you're consciously aware that you're not making eye contact, just keep going back to their eyes, okay? You may be shy. I know it's fucking difficult, but you've got to make that eye contact. Just keep doing it. Even if your eyes are drifting off, just go back to them. It's fine, okay? It's not as important, but the good thing about eye contact is it kind of it just makes things a little bit more human, a little bit more comfortable. There's that connection, that intangible connection that just allows you to kind of be just in the moment. They'll probably ask, how are you, when you walk in. Be honest, just say, honestly, I'm a bit nervous, I'm a bit anxious, but I'm really excited to be here and grateful. Okay, that's usually the line that I give or have given in the past. I think that kind of level of honesty, again, I personally think it's a good impression. I can tell when someone's nervous, but I just think it's better when you say, look, I'm nervous, but I'm really excited to be here. I'm feeling good, but a bit nervous, something along those lines. Again, it just puts you and the person interviewing you it's a little bit more human, and that's what they want to see. They want to see a human. Okay. So from that moment on, chances are you're going to be asked questions. You're going to be like, tell me about yourself. Tell me about your last job. Tell me about your education. Tell me what you do in your spare time. Okay. Listen for these questions. Okay. Try not to get distracted by anything else going on in the room. You don't need to analyze the person interviewing you. Just look them in the eye and listen. Okay. That's all an interview is you answering questions pretty much. With your answers, do not rush. Don't think that you've just got to get it out of your mouth really quickly, okay? What's important, give yourself a couple of seconds to think about it and then answer, okay? It's going to come out way more natural and you're going to say the things that you want to say rather than just blurting out anything. Thinking before you speak is an art and not enough people do it because they'll just fucking say the first thing that comes to their mind. But you're going to get some practice here and you're just going to think for a few seconds and then answer. And by the time, if you've gone through like 5 interviews already, you're going to see a pattern. You're pretty much going to be answering the same questions and it will come more natural. Okay. With your answers as well, go into much detail as possible. If I ask people, I've had people in the past, I've asked them questions and they give me sort of like 1-word answers or just a couple of words. And it's really difficult for me to kind of follow on because with an interview, a lot of questions are kind of answered and then those answers lead to other questions, which is a good thing. But if you just, if they say, oh, how are you? Good, fine, okay. Where did you work before? I don't know, Apple, okay. I worked at Top Man. Just, you could say, look, I worked at this place, I had this position, these were my duties. They're kind of going to know anyway because you would have put these things on your CV, but it's just good that you can describe it in detail and that's what they want to hear, okay? When you finish answering a question, there will probably be an awkward pause or a bit of silence where they'll look at you and that will be it. Don't feel that you need to just blurt out more information that is unnecessary, okay? You can bore the person interviewing you and you can end up saying things that you wish you hadn't said or things that just don't make sense and it'll make you look stupid, okay? If you don't know the answer to a question, be honest. If you haven't got any work experience before because you've just left school or whatever, be honest, okay? Be absolutely honest. It's very easy to detect a bullshitter when you're interviewing people. I can sniff bullshit a mile off. People will end up contradicting themselves in their answers. The body language says it all. So yeah, be honest. I think the only thing you don't need to be honest about is your mental illness, okay? Again, you don't have to disclose that. You don't need to say, I suffer with depression, okay? Even if on the application form, because what they might do is they might ask for your CV, interview you, and then they may give you an application form. That's something that we used to do. And it will ask you about your any disabilities. You don't have to disclose that if you don't want to. I mean, it's pretty stupid if you're wheelchair bound and you don't disclose that you're in a wheelchair. Do you know what I mean? I think for me, the best thing, well, actually, you know what, we'll talk about that afterwards. We'll talk about that another time, but don't disclose your illness. You don't have to, okay? Another thing to just remember is, look, it doesn't matter if you don't have experience in a similar job role or any experience at all. What they are looking for is personality, okay? They want to know you. They want to know the real you, okay? Or at least the good parts of you. You don't need to disclose useless bits of information that aren't going to get you anywhere. I mean, they may ask you, what do you do in your spare time? Tell them, I like to read, I like to write, I like to go to the cinema, I like to spend time with my friends. I get a lot of the times when I ask people, what do you do in your spare time? They just say, I see friends. I kind of get bored of that answer. I want to know a bit more, and I just think, hopefully you do more than that. And when people say, oh, I just watch Netflix, I think, Jesus Christ, you're not a very motivated person, are you? So don't just say, I like to watch TV a lot. I just, anything that's kind of active, that is outgoing, or anything to do with learning, they are very good things to share when it comes to personal interests. But yeah, they want to know you. They want to see some personality. So just try and vocalize yourself as much as possible. Just try and speak with as much confidence as you can. I know it's scary. I know it's difficult, but just to sound more confident, what I would say is just look them in the eye and just speak a bit louder than you normally would when you normally feel nervous. Okay, because if you start speaking like that, it's going to be so obvious that you're nervous and you won't sound enthusiastic. Enthusiasm is just a thing that you turn on and off, okay? I mean, one minute you could be talking like this, but then you could be talking like this and you sound a bit more exciting, okay? Maybe practice at home in front of the mirror. I've done that to practice my public speaking skills. At the end of the interview, they should give you an opportunity to ask questions. If they don't, just say, look, I've got a few questions, do you mind answering? So these questions that you've asked, they the ones that I mentioned before that you should have had written down. What do the shifts look like? What days will I be working? What's the team like? A good question that you should ask, what opportunities are there for promotion and learning? That's a very good one. That just shows that I can already tell that someone's looking to kind of progress in the company, which in my eyes seems that they're hardworking and they want to be here for a long time. Okay, and then once that's all over, again, shake their hand, thank them for their time. Again, nice to meet you, and I look forward to hearing from you. Cool. Thank you very much, guys. Right, part 4 coming up very shortly. All the best.